Hi Virgo, welcome to Moonfire Tarot. I'm Jules, handed my first deck at 5, and it's been a lifelong journey ever since. All right, so I started Moonfire. All right, guys, we are looking into your love messages for April, the overall energy. I will do another check-in in a couple weeks after career, pull some hidden messages, oracle, tarot, all that good stuff. All right, try to make this short and sweet. And if you do want short readings, you can check me out at Jules Moonfire Tarot on Instagram and TikTok. I post daily reads cycling through the zodiac wheel. Okay, so all that out the way, Virgo, personal reads, Moonfire Tarot, and yeah, let's do it. All right, Spirit, talk to me for Virgo. All right, I saw some reconciliation energy, talks of higher commitment. Let's see where this goes. Spirit, talk to me for Virgos. What is coming up overall in April for love for our Virgos? All right, so starting out with a karmic relationship doesn't necessarily mean a karmic relationship, but maybe things got tense, triggers, things of that nature with this person. And then I see love call. All right, expressing love, thinking of you, things of that nature. All right, butterfly, evolving, releasing the past, healing, growing. And I see partying, though, happily single, enjoying the moment, but a partnership. Beautiful. In timing, healing, taking time to heal, progressing. Very interesting energy. May even be two energies for some of you. All right, let me see. Let me get a little bit more. Spirit, talk to me about partying. How do we jump from partying, being single, to a life partner or a partnership? Well, you could have met someone, but maybe some of you may hear from an ex involving. You know what? You guys could actually be growing together from here. All right, now I see it. There is some type of evolution. Maybe this person involved other people in a relationship, or they weren't very committed to it, and now they are, because this feels like the overall energy. Things got tense. If you're watching on YouTube, don't get too hung up on the karmic relationships card. That could have just meant things, got intense at one point with you guys, or there were a lot of arguments. And now they contact you, and they're evolving to some type of partnership. And I see the clock, something needing time, or it happened in time. You're all going to be on different timelines. All right. So let me take a look. Spirit, talk to me more about partying to the soulmate card. Partner. Let me see. All right. There was some type of breakup energy, but there's still some type of passion there. Some type of equal interest showing up here. Very good. All right, stopping patterns and grounding the relationship. All right, this is beautiful energy to see, especially if you guys are reconciling, okay? It does look like muscle reconciliation, all right? So I do see now, for some of you who are moving on completely, this could be you literally stopping patterns, getting more grounded, looking for someone who wants what you want, like something equal, if that's what you're looking for. All right, but Spirit, why the clock? See, blowing a kiss and ascending. Very good energy. Spirit, why the clock? Interesting to come out. Some of you may still be waiting on this person, all right? Commitment, wedding rings, higher commitment. But separation, this may be, this is very back and forth. All right, over seduction. Okay, so you guys are healing basically from some type of third party interference for some of you. All right, because this clock kind of comes out like on a limbo here. It's like random after like the story arc is already reached. All right, so it looks like healing, separation. There was some type of heavy commitment here, and it may take longer for some of you. Okay, because of this kind of like seduction card coming out and separation. Okay, so I do see a grounding here, though. And when I split the deck, we started at talks of higher commitment and a rekindling of some sort. Okay, so for a lot of you guys will know this person. Okay, let's see what tarot says. If you're single, don't worry, this energy could be you also grounding yourself. Okay, and getting ready to meet someone while you are actually enjoying being single, and maybe even telling your karmic to go away. to piss off basically with this energy, but it is good energy to see. All right, so it does look like things got rocky. Okay, Spirit, talk to me. What is coming up for Virgo? What else do we need to know about this for April? Let's see. Page of Cups. All right, right. Message of love. Another message of love. Six of Cups from the past. All right, this is a return. A lot of you may know this person. Let me see. The Lovers. Love and healing. And Queen of Pentacles. That's your energy, Virgo, regardless of gender. Okay. All right. A Tower. Lightning moment. Let me see. Nine of Swords. But the Sun, happiness. Your reading's kind of bouncing around, Virgo. There's a lot of like, good cards, worry cards, good cards. What's going on? This could be a back and forth kind of dynamic. All right, I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you. Don't worry. All right, Ace of Cups, though. Okay, so it does look like a lot of you, you hear from someone from the past. There is some love. The Lovers is also a choice. All right. I do see, some third party interference. Okay. But a lightning moment. So there could be a rapid change with this person. They could have guilt, Nine of Swords, anxiety around this. And the Sun is things coming to light and trying to offer you a new beginning in love. All right, this does look, the energy showing up are, it's very back and forth, but it looks like there's a period of grounding. Let's keep pulling. I do see Two of Swords. Some of you may have had a hard time making a decision, or they did. Okay, the Moon leaving you in the dark, confusion, overcommitting, Ten of Pentacles. All right, Spirit, what's the love? Where is this going for Virgo? I see the new beginning in love, grounding the relationship. Very good, very good. Spirit, talk to me for Virgos. All right, Three of Cups, Four of Swords, Ten of Cups, and Eight of Cups. It's like, Virgo, are you guys in a makeup to breakup situation? This is your energy here. All right, I do see, now if you're just Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, Spirit, one, Ten of Swords. Okay. Five of Cups, Three of Swords. So, it looks like with your person, now I do see grounding though. And we do have in time, the healing, there is equal interest in this. But some of you, may end up having, this rapid change. I do see the offer coming through, but there's some type of reflecting that's happening over this union, Ten of Cups, of taking it basically from the Lovers, to a mutual partnership. The Ten of Cups is commitments, family life, feeling whole. There's some issue here with the graduation. So upcoming, it may just be, you put emotional space here, strength, someone withholding passions, trying to rebuild the confidence. Then I see Three of Cups, like waiting for the love to come back. And, and maybe that past issues resurface with the Ten of Swords to the Five of Cups. It's a lot of pain cards, guys. I'm sorry to say this. Check your sun, moon, Venus, and rising signs, as far as what's coming through here. But a lot of you, this is like a walking away energy. Spirit, talk to me more. Ten of Cups today. See, this reading is like, it's like bouncing from like each card. If you're watching if you're listening on the podcast, a lot of these cards are great, but then it shifts, to something else. So this relationship may be very rocky, and that's why you're trying to ground this relationship. There's this passion and cut down. It's not exactly linear. You know what I mean? Like when I get this in client reads, this bond may have had some turbulence you guys overcome, but even in future energy, it's looking like there may still be some taking an emotional break or emotional distance and awaiting energy and making plans though. So interesting, and a lot of reflecting. Three of Cups. There's a lot, 2, 3, seduction. Let me see. Spirit, talk to me. 10 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. What triggers because I see the love and the healing and the, good energy. Let me see. All right, death. All right, transformation, death, rebirth. Queen of Swords. All right, cutting the patterns down. Three of Pentacles again. All right, another three. 333 though. All right, so what's the outcome? Because let me pull another deck. Sorry, Virgos, this is, I don't want to, it looks like some of you, I don't think all of it looks like some of you will be able to reconcile based on the deck split and the direction, but a lot of you may be in a dynamic, all right, where someone, it's like your guys are constantly back and forth and the energy is repeating. Okay, so we have the passion, we have the love call, but it's like there's some type of blip, I want to say, that happens when we try to take it to 10 of Cups, which is full emotional fulfillment, like going all the way, it's the family, the rainbow, and someone puts emotional distance, and then I see death, rebirth, Queen of Swords is cutting out patterns again, and Three of Pentacles, it's like a lot of threes in this dynamic. Spirit, talk to me more. What's the outcome here? Is this them ending their patterns? Let me just clarify for you guys. So you have a heads up. Trust your intuition, guys. And do check your Venus sign, your moon, your rising, all that good stuff for everything if it's not a personal reading. What wants to jump out here? All right, the Magician and some type of regret. So let me see. Spirit, what's the outcome? How's this person coming towards Virgo? And I will say for some of you, if this person had a family or is coming out of a commitment, that could explain why. Because I do see the third party energy. Okay. So I'm going to throw that out there that some of you, this person may have come from a commitment too and is ending it. All right. You know your story. Spirit, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. All right. Fire sign energy may be relevant. The Sun, though. Okay. 10 of Cups. All right. There we go. The Moon. And then Death. All right. So, I'm going to say keep your, you guys may be going through some type of transfer of energy, some type of changes that's showing up here. Keep it in mind. Some of you, this person, Knight of Wands, is full of passion, but he juggles a lot, right? Or he's just bachelor mode. I see a lot of juggling. And the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands is here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy may be relevant. There are 3 people on deck and a lot of extra party, kind of signs showing up. But then I see stabilizing the relationship and the Sun and happiness and 10 of Cups. So it's like you guys get to this point eventually, but somehow some type of confusion. So I'm hoping what I'm seeing here with the Death card coming out, it may be that you guys are, death, rebirth to all this confusion and back and forth. Spirit, can you clarify Death and the Moon again? Three of Wands again. Waiting, planning. Temperance, healing. The Magician. Is this a good Magician, Spirit? Ace of Swords, truth. Cutting through BS. And then we have the 10 of Swords. So I feel like for a lot of you, this person has gone through changes. Now, for some of you, I do feel like, be careful if you notice some patterns with the Moon card, illusions, things like that. Your gut instincts, trust your gut instincts. But for most of you, this person is trying to give you truth after some type of rock bottom, some type of betrayal. Okay? Because it does circle back to all this commitment energy and happiness, but then the death, so it could be this person, a death rebirth, you guys are going through some type of transformation, it looks like, after this rocky period. But this energy, it is back and forth. Eventually it does lead to some type of commitment for a lot of you. And you'll know if your person is juggling you, if they, if they're ghosting you or anything of that nature, that energy, that's going to be very evident. But there's still a lot of commitment and happy energy showing up in this dynamic. All right. So Temperance is showing. And I would pay attention to Temperance if this is your message. If you've been back and forth with this person, that is slowly bringing you guys together. getting to know one another, building a foundation. Okay, especially if this was very a passionate relationship with a lot of triggers, a lot of healing to overcome. But what I will say, there is some truth that's, coming forward here. Okay, not to scare you guys like ominous, but there is some type of truth coming forward here, and I do feel like this person might have gone through, a lot of changes, but the Death card keeps coming out, when I'm clarifying here. So I'm hoping this is like, should be like an end to all the nonsense, okay, that's been going on. But with Temperance, I will advise to make sure you take your time, okay? Because with the Ten of Swords, like feel like they have truths that may need to come out so you guys can get to that Ten of Cups and stay there, okay? Spirit, talk to me more. Anything else Virgo needs to know? Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and make sure you set your boundaries, okay? Because I'm seeing a lot, this person may have regrets when it comes to commitments, okay? And it's like, you still have to, they want you guys to maintain communication, it looks like. Okay, because there's a lot of regret that, may still need to be addressed. That could be why the clock is here, divine timing, that this dynamic may take some work. But the potential is there for you guys. But your person needs to, put in that energy, put into truth. If apologies need to be made, smoothing out tensions, is Temperance too. We did start with the karmic relationship card. Some type of energy that was triggering, reaching out to you. Not to say that they are karmic. It could have just been like they, this relationship had a lot of, dynamics of back and forth. Okay, it's definitely not a linear reading, but when I pulled some more, it does look like super happy energy and commitment. But for some reason, there is this like shadow cast over the energy. That could be why when we started this reading, they're saying, it's going to take some time to heal this. And this Temperance, it always comes out as advice. Okay. And the Queen of Swords too, make sure you maintain your boundaries with this kind of energy. Okay. Just to make sure it's equal. Maybe this person doesn't know how to fully love or commit. Maybe they need a little bit more help than your previous partners. All right. So let's pull some hidden messages, Virgo, and do check your Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. Spirit, talk to me for Virgo, hidden messages. If there's a tricky situation. We will be together again. Okay, very nice. I am not available. All right, so some of you, this person, may still have some interference. Okay. I don't react when people mention you. My life is not as together as it seems. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I am becoming a better person. As I said, with Temperance and maintaining boundaries and truths coming out, this, if you really love this person, I do see a lot of love potential showing up here, but they may have had like a bachelor, back juggling people. Maybe they were just happy being single. They may need a little bit more help when it comes to commitment. That's up for you to, accept or reject, that kind of energy. Just being near you is intoxicating. Spirit, any other hidden messages for Virgo? I can't get enough of you. You didn't see my tears. All right, so that's for you guys who were hurt. I miss being with you. I am waiting patiently. Okay. So I am in a committed relationship came out. So, for those, I did mention that some of you, the Ten of Cups, walking away, if this person does have some type of committed relationship and it's a love triangle kind of situation, this person may be walking away from that. Okay. And that's why maybe there's two storylines coming out here. All right. And the waiting, the Three of Wands. Okay. So Virgo, it's a bit of a doozy, guys. I hope it helped. Again, check your Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. And best of luck to you guys. It does look like a new beginning is happening. But do take your time, maintain your boundaries, okay, with this dynamic if this is resonating for you. And light and love, good luck.